What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're looking at 10 secrets you didn't know about Trae Young. First up, small kid, big range. Young has received glowing reviews about his shooting range since high school. This is where the Steph Curry comparisons began. But the roots of this technique actually began a few years earlier. Young was always the smallest kid on his travel teams and frequently had his shots blocked. That's when he began shooting floaters, practicing that was his father held up a broomstick when guarding him. His father also suggested he shot further away from the hoop. This too was tricky, at least initially, when Young had to use every muscle in his body to reach the net. But that muscle memory was honed soon thereafter, and once he entered high school, Young perfected the art of shooting from deep. This continued at Oklahoma and in the NBA with the Hawks. Number 2, homeschooling. Young was taught the game by his father, Rayford Young, who played at Texas Tech. Rayford Young was only 5'11", but started and averaged 16 points his final 3 years at Tech. His signature moment was dropping 41 against Kansas and Paul Pierce, 32 of which came in the last 9 minutes. Rayford Young met Candace, his future wife, at Tech, and Trae was born in Lubbock, right before Rayford's junior year. Number 3, ball, meet bucket. Young has never experienced anything that was classified as a down-scoring year in basketball in his entire life. He began playing high school ball as a sophomore and averaged 25 points per game. The next year, he averaged 34 and then 42 as a senior. He played one season at Oklahoma and led the nation in scoring and assists. In fact, the only season in his life where he averaged less than 20 was his rookie year with the Hawks, 19.1, and he still made first-team All-Rookie. At number 4, a star in the ATL. Young recently said that he can no longer go incognito in Atlanta, especially to one of his favorite places, Lennon Mox in Buckhead. When asked about how quickly people notice him there, he said, "Soon as I pull up to the valet." Historically, the Hawks have not matched the Falcons and Braves in that charismatic category, with the exception of Dominique Wilkins, whose statue sits at the entrance of State Farm Arena. Former Hawks haven't sold much merch, no offense to Joe Johnson and Al Horford and Mookie Blaylock. Young counts all of Atlanta's rappers as his close friends, among them 2 Chainz and the group Migos. Next up, he was Gigis Guy. Young was a favorite of Kobe Bryant's daughter Gigi. The connection was size. She was impressed by how Young thrived despite being a shade over 6 feet tall. Kobe took her to see Young play during the 2019-2020 season, once in Brooklyn against the Nets, and then again when the Hawks played at the Staples Center in LA. Next up, climbing the charts. Young has only played 3 seasons for the Hawks, yet is already number 7 on the franchise all-time three-pointers made list. He should crack the top 5 pretty soon. Assuming good health and a reasonably lengthy career, and also assuming he stays in the ATL, Young could be the all-time leader in scoring and assists, and remember, one of those lists is held down by Dominique. Only Curry with the Warriors led those career charts on any franchise. Next up, Luka and the trade. Young will always be linked to Doncic because of the 2018 draft day trade between the Mavericks and the Hawks, where Dallas tossed in a 2019 first-round pick, Cam Reddish, to sweeten the deal. Young admitted feeling pressure initially to live up to the trade, which wasn't universally hailed in Atlanta at the time. That's why Young struggled at the Salt Lake City Summer League and then for the first few games in the Las Vegas Summer League. But then he caught fire in Vegas, found his stride midway through the rookie season, and hasn't endured a lengthy stretch of bad basketball since. As a footnote, Young and Luka are very friendly and text each other pretty often. Next up, dual threat. Young said he would love to lead the NBA in scoring and assists in the same season as he did in college. That's only been done once. Nate Archibald of the KC Omaha Kings in 72-73. Also, only Wilt Chamberlain, Harden, LeBron, and Russell Westbrook have led the league in scoring and assists in different seasons. Last year, Young was 4th in scoring and 2nd in assists. This season, Young was 14th in scoring and 2nd in assists. At number 9, take a bow. Young is one of the only 2 visiting players to score 30 or more points in 3 straight playoff games at the Garden. Now I know, that stat is pretty specific, but just go with it. The other is Michael Jordan. Young tortured the Knicks in the first round by winning 2 of 3 games, one with a game-winning shot, and then famously bowing late in the elimination game before leaving the floor. That instantly elevated him among the most reviled and successful opposing players at the Garden on a list that begins with Jordan and Reggie Miller. And at number 10, best buds. Young's best friend in the NBA is Michael Porter Jr., the rising talent with the Nuggets. Young says, quote, "We talk all the time, at least 2 or 3 times a week," and refers to Porter as his brother. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video of Jump Ball Central. If you enjoyed, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below which secret about Trae Young you didn't know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.